Welcome to Quantum School with Shamanic Dog and me. This video is about 3D consciousness and 5D consciousness. Every now and then I'll have someone ask me, either or. Every now and then someone will ask, what is the difference between 3D consciousness and 5D consciousness? And I felt to create a little video about this and go a little bit deeper on this. Ultimately, those that are familiar with dimensions will get this, and what I'm going to share will be a beautiful stream of frequency and codes and a remembering in our fields. And then there's those of us who potentially spent more time studying spiritual, teachings instead of, say, the quantum, And for me, it's been a bit of both, yet I've received and downloaded so much information around dimensions, around the universe, around quantum, and my mission is to be sharing the codes of multidimensionality so souls can remember that they're actually multidimensional beings, that we aren't this. There's so much more to us, and this is part of it. And to simplify 3D to 5D consciousness, I do want to draw in a little bit from spiritual teachings that have been around on this planet for as long as time, teaching souls how to harness more love, compassion, kindness, because ultimately the souls that evolve to a higher consciousness level are the souls that are embodying more of their fifth dimensional consciousness. It's a higher consciousness, And that consciousness is beautifully anchored within the core of love. Whereas 3D consciousness, even though you can have kindness and love and be a 3D consciousness being, there's a cap, there's a limit to it, because 3D consciousness is very much anchored in the physical reality and it's brought into the world that it lives in. And so 3D beings can meditate and reach high states of consciousness, yet when they're not meditating, they'll go straight back in and they'll find themselves rushing and back in the whole, go, and you need to be enough and do all of this stuff to be approved of in the world. I'm sharing this with you because I kind of want to draw in on, what is 5D and what is a 5D earth and what is 5D consciousness. A 5D world is a world where the people that are inside it, have accessed a higher range of consciousness, a consciousness of oneness and love. They've done the work to release frequencies within their field that were more 3D and anchored in separation. The biggest difference between these consciousnesses, and I'm going to give you a few, 3D consciousness, this is what's really funny, 3D consciousness at core is me. 5D consciousness is we. This is community, and I'm not talking community in the sense of 3D consciousness will find community within family, within tribe, it's more tribal. The we here is all life. This is life within the galaxy. This isn't just life within our family. This is 5D consciousness is a we with all life, which means it co-creates with the animals and the plants and Earth herself, Higher aspects of 3D consciousness, are a way to co-create with those around us. Yet if anyone doesn't agree with us within a 3D consciousness, people will tend to want to push them away and get away from them. So there's more separation here at the fundamental subconscious programming. Even if it's not conscious, subconsciously in 3D consciousness, there is a fear of others. There is there's a fear of the future. There's more survival here. There's more scarcity here. There's the belief in scarcity here. There's the belief in being threatened here. Whereas in the higher realms of 5D consciousness, there is more unity, there's more trust, there's more love, and there's the ability to then create worlds more powerfully. Because we create our realities. We shift into different realities all the time, and we call in or we shift into versions of ourselves and realities that match our vibrational frequency. And so the more love that we harness within our field will ensure that we're shifting into realities where we experience more love. And I want to talk about love because love's kind of like fluffy, yet love is at the core of every abundance we can experience on this planet. So when we look at 3D money versus 5D money, they're different. Let me explain. Fifth dimensional currency versus 3-dimensional currency. Here we have a me, and here we have a we. And so that means that when we're exchanging any form of currency in the 5th dimensional expression, it's about all of us being served. It's a beautiful flow. The frequency is really high. Here, it's for survival. It's about me being safe. And so in the 3rd dimension, there are people wanting to acquire money for them to have their things, to be safe, to be fed, to survive, and most importantly, to look good and be enough in the matrix, in the world that we've created. Here, money is called in, abundance is called in, no longer for survival and to fit in and to be enough and to be approved of. Here, resources are called in to co-create with and to create with. It's very different. Here we call in resources because it is wonderful to have resources to allow creative flow to come through and to be able to create whatever we want whenever we want. Yeah, and to co-create. So this currency enables us to meet somebody else and co-create whole new worlds with them. And this is how the new earth is going to be built and is being built. New communities, new infrastructures, new ways. Yeah, they're very different. Do you feel it? And so the more we can release identities of I, separation, or what some people call ego, the more we release that our mind is who we are and we open up our heart field and connect to the heart intelligence, which connects us to our soul, and we stream information, data, and memories from all lifetimes, the more we can embody this we frequency, because the more we remember we're all one, we're all together. Another piece around this consciousness and where we live, where we bring love in, is here we have harnessed more self-love. Here, people can love others, yet ultimately there are beings in this other consciousness that are helping others at the sacrifice of themselves. And this is not true love. True love doesn't give everything away to others at the sacrifice of self. This is a distorted programming from many generations on this planet. And this distorted programming is distorted because at the core of it, people do this because they feel that they're not enough, that they've got to give everything away. I'm sharing this because as our planet evolves and transforms, those of us walking the path of ascension will continue to, harness the powers of creation for ourselves and create phenomenal worlds and lots of abundance and beauty and connection and love in our lives. And there will be those around us that are going to be purging physicality, purging the 3D. And what I mean by that is they may experience themselves in not the best situations as their, physical worlds are kind of torn apart for them to have to deal with what's behind the whole hologram, what's behind the whole illusion, right? And we need to let go of our not love of self. We need to let go of anything that's I'm not worthy, or anything within our field that would have us not be in full love of ourselves, because we could find ourselves feeling bad about all the beauty we have while others don't. And if you relate to this, this is actually a legitimate transformation. 3D to 5D. 5D cares so much. 5D empowers though. 5D beings empower other beings. They don't rescue them. They don't save them. They empower them. That doesn't mean that we don't provide and we don't help someone and feed them. I'm saying that at the core frequency, 3D beings on this planet, and there are a lot of beings that are still holding some of this templating. And please don't get please understand too, and watch my 4D video if you need to understand a little bit more about the 4th dimensional shift. But as we're ascending, we are letting go of 3D consciousness and uploading 5th dimensional consciousness. And one of the biggest pieces is self-love. Because when we love ourselves, we project a world out that's loving. Because at the end of the day, we are creators of worlds. Everything within us is creating what we see around us. Duality does not exist in the third dimension. Duality exists within the third dimensional consciousness. And then that consciousness projects out duality. And so the more inner work we do, it's the greatest gift to humanity, to this world, the more we're able to harness love and remove anything in our field that's not self-love, means that we can love others. This is where we receive. I've seen so many people in my beautiful journey of evolution in business and in abundance and in personal evolution. I've seen many people be able to manifest physically what they wanted, yet because at core they hadn't activated self-love, their ability to receive everything physically was this much, meaning that the money, the health, the love, the house, the car didn't give them happiness. Because if we're not holding a fifth dimensional consciousness of self-love and love for others, then we can only receive this much. It's a frequency. This is how we're experiencing the world. The more we love ourselves, then all of a sudden we're like, whoa, that's abundance. These are abundance codes. Yeah? Learning how to dance the song of our own soul frequency, learning how to harness our full soul frequency opens up our capacity to receive, and therefore the energy of the universe flows. We give and we receive in such harmony. Fifth dimensional consciousness, and the key to it is love. Love for self, love for others. I trust this serves. Mwah. I love you. I trust you enjoyed that video, and there's plenty more where that video came from. And if you'd love to experience some of my trainings and activations, go to my website, gabbykowalski.com, and hit the resource button. There you'll have activations on abundance, evolution, multidimensional business, and you can also find out about my courses and programs. Remember to subscribe. Ciao.